It's still TVC Breakfast, and we're live from our Abuja studio. We still have with us in the studio Monday Ubani, who is the counsel to the President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio. Well, you were saying something.
Yes, I was explaining that, look, this is a petition that has been presented formally in compliance with the established rules of the Senate. You remember that the first petition she presented fell short of compliance, because she was the signatory and also she was the one who presented it, and they said, no, that is not the rule. The rule is that if you present a petition, somebody else should have signed it. So she now did the writing by having a constituent who did, sign, and then she presented, and it was now referred to a committee. Okay. So it's at that committee hearing that the man himself is now alleging bias, and that stalled the proceeding that day. But if she had gone ahead, if he has gone ahead to adopt his and then call his witnesses, then opportunity will be given to the defendant, or the respondent, to either rebut or agree with whatever they have as the allegation and all that. So that has been the issue. But I don't think, as I said earlier, that the Senate itself has actually, closed the matter until the formal report is presented. Yes.
Okay, SCN, I'd like you to clarify some things. You said the Senate, because they refused to take the oath, so they could not proceed with that stuff. They proceeded. Yeah,
eventually the petitioner took the oath. Eventually took, but he now refused to adopt his petition. So,
okay, and there was this also gray area that they raised, that the panel refused to admit Senator Natasha to give her testimony.
No, Senator Natasha has a right to come into the Senate to come and give evidence. There's no question of any attempt being made at Senator Natasha is refused access. But what I suggested to them that day in that panel, look, since Senator Natasha is not present that day, the man can adopt his petition, speak to it, if he has anything to expatiate, then call any of the witnesses, like OBS Equesley says she's a witness. You could have also call her that day to be a witness. Then the Senate can adjourn, a committee can adjourn in order to, ensure that Senator Natasha comes forward to give her own evidence. Okay. So there's no way Senator Natasha cannot be allowed into to give evidence concerning the allegations.
Good that you have clarified this aspect. And the other aspect is that the panel chairman did say, because the case is in courts, they cannot proceed. The question is, at what point did they realize that the case is in court? Because the case was in court even before the sitting. So if you knew the case was in court, why did you invite these people to come to testify?
As I said earlier, there's no formal report. That is part of the proceeding. When this man was given an opportunity to adopt his petition, he refused to do that, and then the question is, what is the defendant's position concerning this matter? Is there any pending suit? Yes, that information was brought to the knowledge of the Senate committee, that already concerning the sexual harassment issue, 2 cases have been filed. Now, the certified true copies of those suits were tendered, last Tuesday before that. So they pointed it out and all that. But you see, looking at the body language of the Senate committee, they were still ready to go into the matter on its merit. If despite this issue of the matter being sub judice, because if it was not their intention, they wouldn't have said adopt your. Exactly. So adopt your petition and then bring your witnesses. So they all consider all that. In law, when you go to court and then the other party raises the issue of locus standi, that you don't have locus to bring this action, what the court usually do is that they look at the issue of whether there is locus standi, or whether the court has jurisdiction. And even after deciding it, we still go into the merits of the case. Well, if I'm wrong, the Court of Appeal can now correct my position on the issue of locus or issue of jurisdiction, but I also want to delve into the merits of the case and decide on it. So that may be the procedure that the committee would like to adopt. That despite the fact that this matter is sub judice, we want to look into the merits of the petition, whether it there is any merit or it's just frivolous allegation. And then probably ask the defendant or the respondent to rebut or agree and all that, then probably give a ruling whether the petition itself has merit. So As I said earlier, until a formal report is presented by the committee, we cannot make any conclusion that they have said, oh, the matter is sub judice, we are not going to it. That would be a very premature conclusion.